when you see the things in its ultimate form, not in the conventional form, in the ultimate form, worldly and beyond the world. Clinging to it as a self, it is samsara. Seeing one's own nature is the true reality. So what is samsara? Is you will see this mind. You will see this mind and see this mind as objectively real, and on that basis then you create a sense of self. Self, that is samsara. And whereas this same mind, when you see its the true form, which is the as seen by the ultimate analysis, see the emptiness of that form. The form, this is the true nature of who we are. That is the ultimate nirvana, the full awakening. Seeing his own nature of the emptiness is the true reality. 47. Okay, now the question is the stanza 46 is the distinction between what is samsara and what is nirvana, right? Okay, let's say oftentimes there's the distinction of samsara and nirvana to be same. Samsara and nirvana to be same. In our Nagarjuna's text, you see the mention of samsara and nirvana is same. But this can easily be misunderstood by people, misread by the people, saying that, so what? What's about good or bad? We don't have to do anything good. What is really bad? They're all same. Samsara, nirvana, they're same. This is the wrong understanding. So samsara, nirvana same is understood on a very sophisticated level, not on how. So when you say that, when some people misread it, samsara nirvana same, there's no point in doing, putting efforts like this, going to a 3-day retreat, instead you enjoy your time, right? So there's a samsara nirvana, you're looking for nirvana samsara is the same. This is a total misreading. So that is, now you can understand it. That same water, this object, is this cup or not? This is a cup or non-cup? Cup. This non-cup also? Yeah. Interesting. You are Mikal is or non-Mikal? Both. You are non-Mikal. Okay.
Dharmadhatu non-Mikal. Conventional conception, yes, Mikal.
Mikal is Dharmadhatu or not?
Mikal, no, not Dharmadhatu.
No, Dharmadhatu. The Dharmadhatu is?
Non-Mikal.
Not Mikal.
Okay.
So Mikal is Mikal.
No. In conceptual
okay,
reality,
Mikal has Dharmadhatu. Mikal is not Dharmadhatu.
Mikal has Dharmadhatu, yes.
Yes, Mikal has hands. Mikal is not hand. Yes. Mikal has Dharmadhatu. Mikal is not Dharmadhatu. So Mikal is not non-Mikal.
Okay. Yes.
Good. Okay. So this distinction, if you say that yes, I'm Mikal, I'm non-Mikal, people think that you are crazy. Right? Okay, so whereas we say that Guru A says this is a mark, Guru B says this is non-mark, there's no problem. If I say that I'm Mikal, I'm non-Mikal, you're getting it? So what's the problem? What's the distinction? This distinction, we already made it yesterday. What is that distinction?
Conventional analysis.
So when we say that this is cup, this is non-cup, with respect to two different subjects, ultimate analysis, conventional analysis, there's no problem, right? Whereas with the same subject, you say this is mouth, this is non-mouth, which means you have to go to mental hospital. You're getting it? Likewise, we say that the samsara and nirvana. Samsara is nirvana, nirvana is samsara, which means you have to go to mental hospital. Right? Whereas, in what way Nagarjuna said, in what way the Buddha said samsara and nirvana, these two are same. It is not with respect to one subject, it is with respect to two different subjects. You getting it? Okay, what is meant by samsara and nirvana? The same object is samsara, same object is nirvana with respect to two different subjects. How? Let's say that we go to Mount Kailash for pilgrimage. And the Mount Kailash, the snow is so beautiful, it's elegant, it's so spotlessly clean. And in Group B, so say we go there, and then we have to protect ourselves from the glare, snow glare. right? From the glare, very bright glare. For that matter, we need to buy the goggles. And then one goggle you get from a very local, very cheap company, other very high quality company, right? Cheap company means very cheap, right? It's very dirty, it's deep, it's not clear. And the other one's so clear, even the glasses, they are so clear. So group A, unluckily, the local ones, I wouldn't say local may be very good. We'll say the cheap one. Another one is high class. So we go together there, and then Leorala and Geshe, the Shahala, two of them are taking there. And then they said, hey, be careful, it's a very holy place, it's very spectacular, beautiful. We said, what is beautiful there? It's so murky, it's so dirty, it's not there. Right? Group B says, wow, it's amazing, it's spectacular. Okay, what Group A is seeing is so murky, it's imperfect, this is samsara. But Group B says, oh, so beautiful, amazing, spectacular, so clean, spotlessly clean, spick and span clean, it's amazing. This is nirvana, right? What Group A sees as samsara, what Group B sees as nirvana, are we talking about the same object or two different objects? Same object. What Group A sees as samsara, dirty, is what Group B sees as very clean and pure, right? So that the same object is clean, so it is unclean with respect to two different subjects. Two different subjects. So likewise, what we see of the ordinary beings, what they see of this Dharmadhatu, which is actually Dharmadhatu, what the ordinary people see is very impure. Because ordinary people, they are looking at it through the dirty lens of afflictive obscurations and cognitive obscurations. So the lens through which they look at the Dharmadhatu is very dirty. So they see the Dharmadhatu as very disturbed, very dirty. So that is samsara. Whereas those people who are looking through a very clean spectacles, they look at it, see the real Dharmadhatu. That is nirvana. Okay.
Next year, very difficult, very probable, everybody will sit on that side. Everybody will sit on that side.
She wants to be in.
Okay, Group A and Group B. Okay, yes. But everybody is not, I don't know everybody. I can say that everybody is in Group A. No, everybody is in Group A because we are seeing things like imperfect. Oh, it's so hot. Right? It's so hot. And it's so cold. Right? Okay, again we have to travel 2 hours. Then what? Tomorrow morning, Sunday morning. This is all in Group A. Right? Okay. We want to be in Group B, but we are in Group A. Okay. 47. Since desire is extinguished, now the distinction between nirvana and samsara. So the two are the entity-wise same, isolated-wise different. Since desire is extinguished, it is nirvana. So when we look at things through the lens of the desire, through the lens of the attachment, anger, jealousy, and so forth, we see things very dirty there, right? Sometimes when you're very angry, you look at things, something's wrong with everything. Do you agree with me? When you're very unhappy, mentally disturbed, everything, there's something wrong, right? Why the flowers only white, right? Why the flowers only white? If there's a combination of the blue, then this blue is too small. Why this is not as big as the white one? Everything, there's something wrong there. Whereas if there is love instead of the anger, attachment, jealousy, if there's love, everything's beautiful. Right? It's a beautiful combination, big and small. Everything big is very boring. Everything small is very boring. It's a very beautiful combination. If everything's big, wow, it's amazing. Everything's big. So nice. If it is small, small is beautiful. Everything's beautiful. Whatever you do is beautiful. So when the love is there, it's just how we look at things. Okay, since desire is extinguished, it is nirvana. Then what you see is purity. You see the purity, So that experience is the nirvana. Hatred and ignorance are extinguished too. So there, in that experience, what disturbs you? Desire, hatred, ignorance. In other words, the three poisons: attachment, aversion, and ignorance. Since these have ceased, it is Buddhahood. Now, say these three negative emotions, they are cut, they are eradicated, they are ceased from the root plus the smell. Root is the afflictive obscuration and the smell is the cognitive obscuration. Eradicate all, that is the Buddhahood. This is what you experience as the Buddhahood itself. The very refuge for all beings. This is the refuge. So refuge, there are two. Refuge, say the outside refuge and the internal refuge. Outside refuge is, okay, I take refuge in Buddha Shakyamuni, I take refuge in His Holiness the Dalai Lama, and so forth. And whereas the internal refuge is that the final purity, when all the dirts are removed, then the Dharmadhatu inside becomes the Buddha. That is my ultimate refuge. That is always with me. But external refuge, so it depends on me, right? If I'm not too happy, then I'll run away. If I'm happy, I'll go there, right? So how many of you want to be with His Holiness all the time? Then you go. Why don't we go there? Well, security will stop you. You're getting it? This is external refuge. Internal refuge, nobody can stop you. Nobody can stop you. It's always with you. Only thing is whether you take interest, whether you take interest to see this or not. The moment you take interest to change the lens, you will see this refuge inside. Once you see this refuge will never leave you. It will be there with you 24/7. That is the real refuge, internal refuge. Okay. The very refuge for all beings, 48. Due to realization and its lack, all is in this very body. So now look, samsara, nirvana is nowhere. It's just within this body. Within this body, the Dharmadhatu. The Dharmadhatu manifests in the form of a mind proliferating Buddha nature. The mind, and this mind, when this is afflicted with the mental defilements, then I manifest as a sentient being. I see things as imperfect, so therefore I am sentient being. Who made you a sentient being? Nobody defined that you are a sentient being, you are Buddha, right? So my own perception decides that I'm a sentient being. I create things imperfect. I create things as imperfect. And oh, this imperfect means that I'm a sentient being. You're getting it? The moment we say that this is too hard, it's bothering me, when you complain outside, in a way you're complaining yourself, I'm a sentient being. Right? So, and whereas the moment you are cut off from all these complaints, you don't see any reason why to complain. Right? Everything's perfect for you. Nothing can affect you. At that point, that is nirvana. That is Buddhahood. Okay. So, it says 47. No, 48. Due to realization and its lack. If you realize this Dharmadhatu, and if you don't realize Dharmadhatu, all is in this very body. If you realize this Dharmadhatu, you are what is confined within this body, that is the Buddha. If you don't realize the Dharmadhatu, what is confined in this body, that's a sentient being. Through our own conceptions, we are bound. What bind us in samsara is our own conceptions. Right? Seeing things as objectively real, that binds us. That is samsara. There's no external samsara there. Seeing things objectively real. Okay, now you may be wondering, what? Even if you realize emptiness, but if somebody throws you into the bonfire, you will burn or not burn. You suffer or not suffer. This question. You getting it? Okay. The answer is that it has two things. This is very important. Finally, okay. In this temperature, people from very hot place like what? Africa?
India.
Not India, Delhi maybe. Not in India, they are many beautiful places there, cool places there. Some are very hot. Okay, let's say Rajasthan or Delhi today. From the desert, yes, from the desert places, right? And a hot desert, like 50 degrees centigrade. So these people, they come stand outside, they will see that it's so cool. And people from the Antarctica, Arctic, they come, they'll complain, it's so burning hot. You're getting it? It's a burning hot. Okay, so we see that tell me, why someone feel it is so burning hot, and why someone feels it's so cold, and why someone say that this is very pleasant? It's how the mind interprets. How the mind interprets. You getting it? And the mind interpreting is not like, is in your hand. No, it is dependent on many factors. It is dependent on many factors. You being in another situation for so long, in a very cold Arctic Circle for too long, you come here, and then by dependence on the body constituencies, then the mind interprets this as a very hot. You come from a very hot place, and you interpret this as a very pleasant place. Okay. It's how your mind interprets. Now, see say it's hot. When you say it's hot, it's cold, it may bother you, it may not bother you. The more self-centered we are, the more we will be affected. More self-centered we are, more we can easily be affected. More we are vulnerable, we cannot bear it. Okay, so the self-grasping ignorance. Self-grasping is seeing things objectively real. So for us to feel the agitation, for us to feel the pain, for us to feel the misery, it requires self-grasping ignorance in two forms. Self-grasping ignorance is required as the initial cause for this misery. The fact that we feel it is so hot because of our negative karma somewhere we did. So that negative karma was created because of the ignorance. So their ignorance, self-grasping ignorance, is the initial cause of the misery that we go through now. Number one. Number two, the immediate cause, not just the initial, the immediate cause. Self-grasping ignorance is required. For example, say your body may be sweating, but your mind may be very calm and peaceful. Body may be sweating, body may be reacting to the external the heat, but your mind is not affected. But most of us, the mind will be affected. You will see this you will interpret that as a pain, suffering. So for us to feel the pain, for us to feel that is a pain, again immediately we need the self-grasping ignorance. If we don't have the self-grasping ignorance, we will not feel it as a pain. It's just a bodily reaction, that's it. We will not feel the agitation. And even if something, a dire thing happened to us, we will not be shocked. We will not have this mental agitation and irritation. And oftentimes when the pain is so acute, and the pain is two kinds, physical pain and the mental pain. Physical pain is very immediate. Physical pain is very immediate, and in the long run the mental pain overrides the physical. Mental overrides the physical, but immediately physical pain overrides the mental. Physical pain is, and even for us to feel the physical pain and the mental pain, the self-grasping ignorance must be there. In the absence of self-grasping ignorance, you cannot interpret. Your mind would not interpret as a pain. It will not affect you. So therefore, self-grasping ignorance is so vicious in making us, in subjecting us to unnecessary suffering, acute suffering, for two reasons: initially as the initial cause and as the immediate cause. So our effort must be towards seeing the emptiness. This is the only way by which to get into the self-grasping ignorance altogether. Okay. Through our own conceptions we are bound. Conception of objective existence we are bound. But when knowing our nature, when we see that nothing's really there from the object side, we are free. The moment you stop projecting things, projecting the dream, you're free from the dream nightmare. Yes? You have a nightmare in the dream. So, who is creating this dream? You're not happy in this dream. There's so much nightmare. Who's creating this nightmare? My mind is creating it. It's you who is creating it. Stop creating it. Right? The moment you stop creating it, you are released from this nightmare. As long as you keep projecting this, the dream will continually affect you. So you're being bound by the dream. So we have to stop projecting it. Likewise, stop projecting the things, see the reality. See the reality, see the Dharmadhatu in its the emptiness, the ultimate reality form. Then you'll be free. The moment you see the opposite, we project things objective real, we are bound. 49. Enlightenment is neither far nor near, and neither does it come nor go. Whether it is seen or not, it is right in the midst of our afflictions. So what is enlightenment? Enlightenment is neither far. It's not far. If you realize Dharmadhatu, it's right there. There is enlightenment. Say, you clean your lens. What you see is so pure. You just clean the lens. You don't have to go to clean the mountain. Just clean the lens and you'll see the perfection there. That is, it's right there. It's not far away. It's also not near. If you don't cleanse it, even if you start a project to clean Kailash project, even if you start a project there, as long as you don't cleanse the glasses, the Mount Kailash you will never enjoy the beautiful Mount Kailash, even if so much effort put in to make the Mount Kailash clean. No point. So it is not far. The enlightenment is not far away if you realize the Dharmadhatu. It is not near if you don't realize the Dharmadhatu. If you don't put effort to realize the Dharmadhatu, it will never come near. Enlightenment never come near. And neither does it come, no go, because it's right there. Come, go means there's action. It's right there within you. Right? The Dharmadhatu is within you. It's right there. That is enlightenment. If you discover it, it's right there. But it is seen or not. So now, who decides? It's you. If you see this Dharmadhatu, that is enlightenment. If you don't see it, that is samsara. It is right in the midst of afflictions. What we say is afflictions, within that, afflictions is not the true nature of your own mind. What is right there, within these afflictions, say within this dirty water, what is the water? Yalkon water, within this dirty water, there's a purity there. You don't look for the purity from outside. The purity is there. It is in a dormant state. Likewise, the enlightenment within us. Just it is in a dormant state. Okay, we'll stop here. Now we have how many stanzas? Exactly 101, no, exactly 51 stanzas. Right.
3 more days.
Huh?
3 more days.
Okay, you will stop here? Yeah.